Hi, hello, and welcome to my video in which you're watching. And I wanted to use Paradox Pokemon because it's new to the season, series, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, to the Pokemon VCG. So I built two futures, two past forms, and I wanted to build something from there. But my only problem, I didn't have any building materials to build more Pokemon, the other four to fill it. So I just did my Sylveon and my Rangaroo just to fill in the last two spaces, even though it was like a mediocre team because it was just 4 Paradox Pokemon and then 2 randos. It was pretty good, and I found my love for Iron Bundle. But enough with this endless chatter, let's get on right into it. Alright, first battle, me versus the other person. I got my Great Tusk, and then I have my Iron Hands. I was scared of the mouse. The mouse I was super scared of. And I'm not talking about Mickey Mouse, I'm talking about Mouse Hold. It hits me 10 times, but my Iron Hands survives. But then Draco Meteor obviously hits me and then Iron Hands. So they were worried about Iron Hands, they should have been worried more about Great Tusk. This Great Tusk is stronger than my Iron Hands. My Great Tusk is stronger than Iron Hands, and I see right here, the mouse obviously gets one-shotted. I'm so glad. I was really worried about that mouse. I was literally having both Iron Tusk and Iron Hands hit it, or not Iron Tusk, but you know what I mean. I wanted them to hit it. So then they send out Abomasnow, and I send out my precious Sylveon. Abomasnow does Snow Warning, all that jazz, They Terrestrialize to steal and use Flash Cannon, and I was worried. I thought my Sylveon right here was gonna fail. Nope, survived. I don't know if it's either the Hydreigon was really weak or my Sylveon is just super strong. Anyways, my Great Tusk uses close combat in that one-shot that Abomasnow. Great Tusk used close combat so many times, and yet it was supposed to be doing ground type moves. But anyways, my Sylveon uses Hyper Voice that does a little bit of Hydreigon. Probably because, it's Terror type steel. I thought it was gonna... Oh, it could have one-shot me easily if it had Dragon type. Now they take out this Titan. I Terrestrialize. I skipped that part. I forgot to say I skipped both parts. It's Terrestrialize. Just took too long. Sylveon protects, obviously, because I was worried that Hydreigon was gonna try to... Hydreigon to Titan were gonna try to take it out, but they didn't. Great Tusk took a lot of damage from the Titans. Ice Spin. I used close combat on Hydreigon because I was worried about Hydreigon. Hydreigon gets wiped out. Again, with close combat. 3rd time in a row. Huh. What about that? They use Ice Spinner on Great Tusk, and Great Tusk obviously feigns. I skipped both parts of them feigning because it just takes way too long to feint. They're just so extra. Anyways, I use Hyper Voice on... Hyper Beam on Titan, and then I take out my Delibird. Iron Deli. Never mind, it's called Iron Bundle, whatever. I'm gonna call it Iron Deli or Iron Bird, whatever, throughout the whole thing. But they cancel, I win. Yay. Next one. Next battle. And they have the same trainer card, or not the same, but like similar thingies with the trainer card. Anyways, I sent out my Root Bonnet, Iron Hands. And they have a Fire Oricorio who protects, and then they have Larvesta, and I know what they're gonna do. They're gonna do the teeter dance, whatever you call it. I don't remember if it has like a name, but where like the other person uses another move and then Oricorio just copies it. So they obviously use Fire Dance, and the Fire Dance, Group on it survives with a little bit. But the thing is that Oricorio is also gonna do the exact same thing. So Fire Dance is obviously gonna hit twice, and then Group on it is gonna feint because at least it would have survived if it had hit one time, but with Oricorio, and it's a Fire Oricorio at that, so it's probably doing extra damage. I was using Volt Switch on Iron Hands just to switch it out, because I thought maybe Iron Hands was gonna be the best for this, because I forgot that I thought Oricorio was just fire flying, but whatever. And then I used Hydro Pump on Oricorio just to wipe it out, because I was worried about it. And my Delibird, the very best, one-shots it, and it's super fast because it hits first. And now they use Giga Drain on my Delibird. My Delibird, super good. My favorite. It's been really fun using that one. Survives with Force Slash, and Larvesta gains all the way back. I use Thunder Punch on Larvesta. It does nothing. I just did it because it was actually for Oricorio, but obviously it fainted. They send out their... What is your name? Mothra? No, I don't remember your name. It's in a different language. Anyways, and I use Hydro Cannon, Hydro Pump, and then they use Blizzard, and then that takes out my Delibird. But Delibird took 2 out, and they take 1 out, so it's a win-win, I guess. And then my Iron Hands, it hits, which does a little bit of damage to Froth Moth. I think that's what it's called. There we go. And then I take out my prized possession, Sylveon. They take out their quick quavel, whatever, I don't know how to pronounce it. I terrestrialized my Sylveon. It came from Eevee, so it has normal. Obviously, I don't have like this like the Psychic or Fairy charge that I would switch it to, but you know, I just left it normal. I'm working on it. Anyways, they use Close Combat on my Iron Hands, then they use Quiver Dance on their Frostmoth. They boost up their stuff, yada yada, whatever. Then Iron Hands uses Thunder Punch, which one-shots their Quick Quavel, and then their Quick Quavel faints. Now, here comes my Sylveon with Hyper Beam, Hyper Voice. I keep refusing them, but anyways. It activates Throat Spray, it does a little bit of damage to Frostmoth. I don't expect it because, you know, it's Ice type. They use Blizzard. Funny about it, it avoids Iron Hands and Sylveon. I don't know why, I just found it so funny. Anyways, they activate whatever the Policy Revolver thing is, and then I use Thunder Punch and that wipes it out. And I win this battle. Yay, battle. Let's go on our next one. Plain Trainer card. You know, my last 2 in a row. Well, I guess it wouldn't be 2 in a row because I did lose one, so it's the 4th in a row. Anyways, doesn't matter. I take out my Great Tusk, my Iron Deli, and then they use Taunt on Iron Deli. I don't even know why they did Taunt. I don't even have any non-hitting moves. Anyways, I use Icy Wind on it because that does a good chunk on Murkrow. Nothing on Gholdengo, but I was just like, you know, I need to reduce the speed of that Gholdengo. The Gholdengo was a little worrisome. Then I did that move. I don't know, it was too long to read in it. I just like figured out that this was a new move, or I don't know if it was a new move, but like it's a new thing. And Iron Tusk has a Great Tusk. Sorry, I keep saying Iron Tusk. Now that wipes out not my Gholdengo. I don't even have a Gholdengo. That wipes up their Gholdengo. Now they take out their Meowscarada. Now that Meowscarada is shiny. Same with their Murkrow. I don't even know if there's. It could be a rental team. Who knows? Anyways, they use Grass Sting, Protein. They're Grass type, even though they are Grass type, and that one shots my Great Tusk. Critical hit, obviously. I was like, wow, I didn't expect that to happen. I was like, oh yeah, okay, whatever. That is not gonna do much, but you know, that one shot's like, whatever. So then I use Icy Winds. That takes Murkrow very low, and that obviously lowers both their speeds. That does something to Meowscarada, because I mean, it is Grass typing, you know, it's a nice type move. They use Fall Play on Delibird, and I take out my Brute on it, because you know, I need that Spore, I need that Thrash, I need that Attack. Then I use Sucker Punch to finish off Meowscarada. There, Meowscarada has to faint, yada, faint, dramatic. Then it uses some HP because, you know, I'm using that Life Orb, yeah. They use Haze, which I wasn't 100% sure. Excuse me, 100% sure. I didn't mean to stutter. 100% sure that it did anything, but whatever. Then I use Icy Wind that takes out Murkrow. Now they take out their Rotom Watch, you know. 1 against 3. There is 1 in the back, but whatever. And so, you know, I have Dry Freeze, Freeze Dry, whatever. Seed Bomb, you know, it's going to do some damage because it is a water type, but they cancel. Maybe personally I don't. I like to go to the very end. Even if I know I'm going to lose, I just like to go. But next battle, another playing card. I really wish people would decorate it more. Anyways, I send out my Iron Hands, I send out my Great Tusk, I send out yada yada. Their Kilowattrel uses Volt Switch, they switch out, you know, they take out their Kilowatt. They remove their Kilowattrel and replace it with the Glamora. I was scared of that Tyranitar because, you know, I thought it was going to Terrestrialize the flying. Not because, you know, it did a lot of damage, but it was going to Terrestrialize. So I use Iron Head instead of, you know, the ground type move, the Tusk, or whatever you call it. So I was really worried it was going to Terrestrialize. So I used Iron Head from Great Tusk and then Draining Punch from Tyranitar on Tyranitar, which it did end up taking it out. So I know they didn't worry about, but it didn't matter, whatever. It was out of the way. It maybe took 2 moves, they could have just taken 1, but they send out their Talonflame. I still have my 2, and then they have Glamora still. They use Brave Bird on Iron Tusk, which does almost a lot of damage, because I did forget, Iron Tusk is a fighting type. For some reason, I just think of it as a Dawn fan. Then I use Tusk Rush, whatever you call that, on Glamora, that wipes it out in 1 hit, because obviously it is a $120 damage. I don't know where dollar came from. 120 damage move, and Glamora faints, but it does put, you know, debris on the field. Poison. Now, Thunder Punch. Talonflame. Talonflame is the faint. It is what it is, so whatever. So now they take out their quote, Kilowattrel again. Which is a shiny, I just noticed, they have a bunch of shinies. I take out my Iron, take back my Iron. I take back my Great Tusk and replace it with the Iron Deli, because I just had a fighting type and ground type moves. So I was like, well, that's not gonna, I mean, it'll do some damage to Kilowattrel, but you know, ground type wasn't gonna do anything. So I was like, why not just take out my Iron Deli? Here's Iron Hands because Kilowatt would just come out, and I thought that was gonna work, but whatever. They used Terra Blast because, you know, I did fake out didn't work because I thought it was beginning. I didn't know if it was just a beginning battle, but then they used Terra Blast on Delibird and they used it on Iron Hands, and then I used Freeze Dry, and then that one shot to the Kilowatt show. And that is those Pokemon. I really love Iron Bundle. Why I keep saying Iron Jelly? I really love Iron Bundle. I don't know. It's actually really fast, so like it always almost hits first, and it's just my favorite right now. So let's just continue on till last battle. Next battle with another plain card. I'm sorry, but people, you gotta decorate your card. It makes it look nice. But then I send out my Iron Tusk, my Iron Hands, my Great Tusk. Now, again, they have their Brute Bonnet, they have Annihilate. Obviously, you know, they did Final Gambit. I was like, I kind of saw that coming. So that takes out my Great Tusk, that takes out their Annihilate. I guess it's 1 for 1. I kind of find it annoying, but I use Volt Switch because I was not expecting Final Gambit, because even though this is after the math, I already knew, but you know, whatever, at the time. So then I switch out Iron Deli for this one. They send out Iron Jugulis, which I was so confused. I have very little information on, because I have Scarlet, so I don't know what their typings are because I didn't play it. And obviously it tells me, but like I didn't know what it was. So the Iron Jugulis, I didn't know it was Dark and Flying, which was like, why Dark and Flying? Oh yeah, so the Terrestrialized, I forgot. Why Dark Flying? It's like, why not Dragon Flying? Why not Dragon Steel? It's so annoying. Anyways, I use Iron Wind with my Terrestrialized Delibird. That does a lot of damage to Iron Jugulis. And then some to Brute on it, and you know, the speed lowers at that. But they use Dark Pulse with my Delibird, and my Delibird took out with 1 because of Force Smash. I use Spore on Iron Jugulis because I was worried about Iron Jugulis doing a lot of damage to Delibird, but that was already too late. They used Sucker Punch, you know, and my Delibird faints. Well, sleep while it lasted. My baby Delibird, my favorite. But I mean, it did a lot of damage to Iron Jugulis. So I got Jugulis still asleep, Brute Bonnet halfway, and my Brute Bonnet I tried using Spore on other Brute Bonnet. For some reason at the time I didn't think about it, I just used it, but whatever, obviously it's grass. Now I take out my Iron Hands, Jugulis is still asleep. And this is when I figured out, at least it's a flying type, because I was like, why is Iron Hands have super effective with Lightning Thunder Punch? I was like, I thought it was like a Steel Dragon or Steel something, or even Steel Dark, just something, you know, keeping to the original, but whatever. That wipes it out. They use Stun Spore on my Hariyama. But the thing is, I put a Lumberry on my Hariyama, so guess what? That erases that Stun Spore. I knew it was gonna come in handy. I was like, Citrus Berry? Nah, I'm gonna put Lumberry. But then they take out their Fluttermane, terrestrializes. I use Sucker Punch, which does some damage to Fluttermane, but yeah, not that much. Then they use Dazzling Gleam. That is to wipe out my... I was gonna call it Iron Jugulis. I was gonna wipe out my Brute Bonnet. It does a lot of damage to my Iron Hands, like almost all of it. Thunder Punch, that Fluttermane, and good thing I Sucker Punch because that wipes it out to the very last bit. And Fluttermane is to faint on them. Now they use Spore again, and obviously Lumberry is taken, so I am to fall asleep. They use Body Press. I still survive, but then they use Body Press again. And that's the battle. I lose this one. I did lose a few ones, but I just wanted to add this one because like I was so close. If it wasn't for that Sun Spore, I could have beat him. I was so close. Like why? But anyways, that's the last battle. Let's wrap it up. Thank y'all for watching this far, and I'm still building from here. It's just a start. I build them with the best, so I wanted to try out the Paradox Pokemon. And I do say they're very fun and very good to use. So let me know which Paradox Pokemon is your favorite. And with that, bye bye. Bye bye.